Hey, what's up guys? This is Jamil. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am back with a brand new video because I know I haven't done a YouTube video in a while. I've been meaning to get into recording, but every time I did, something came up or I had to do something. So I am back with a brand new video, a little update and everything. But first, before we get into things, I want to give a special shout out to Quick Short Stuff on Etsy. They made this mixtape for me, this personalized mixtape for me. It has mostly all my favorite songs on it. It is called JP's Love and Heartbreak Mix. And yeah, this is dope. Like, it's just amazing how they make stuff like this. Look, a pink cassette tape. You don't even see things like this unless it's an artist and they have like a specially made cassette tape or something. So I think this is dope. This is side A, Love. This is side B, Heartbreak. And then you got the card, they insert the songs and the album cover, well, the playlist cover. That is so dope what they did. The owner is very nice. When I spoke to her on Instagram, she is nice. I'm definitely recommend buying a mixtape from her or whatever you want from her. Buy it, because I know I bought it and I will be buying another one. Alright, so let's get into things. So the reason why I haven't been able to do a YouTube video, because this summer I had a job. This is my little working at SYEP experience. Season 3, I would say. This is my 3rd year returning. And basically I am considered an OG now because I've been there since the beginning, which was 2019. So at the particular job I was working at, they knew me from when I was like, 16, I would say, 16 around that time, I would say, somewhat. Yeah, so they knew me around since then, 2019. And yeah, I remember when I first started working at that particular job, which I worked at the parks, I would say, the beaches, I would say. It was different when I first joined. But then when I went back the next year, which was 2021, it was different. But now that I came back this year, I am considered an OG, which I considered myself an OG last year because I was back again. But this time, I was considered an OG officially there because I've been there since 2019. So everybody kind of knew me from 2019, but only one of them. And I'm gonna say half of somebody else too, but I'm considered an OG. So I was back. I came back, everything was good. Now at this job, I'm not gonna say it was hard, but it was hard this year because other years we didn't have to do a lot of hard work, but this year we had to do a lot of hard work. Like, I was not used to shoveling sand. I was not used to shoveling sand, sweeping sand, even though I did that before, but this time it was just harder. And I think it was harder because we was in the hot sun a lot. Like, it would be 8 o'clock in the morning. We're out there weeding at 8 o'clock in the morning. So this is gonna be like my little SYEP 3rd year as an OG video, I'm gonna say. Yeah, something like that. So as I was saying, it was just hard this year because it's a lot of stuff I wasn't used to. I never did before. It was different. And so this year it was a lot more harder. I feel like when it comes to the people, I will say last year in 2021, all of us was like a family. Like, we all was really close. We all waited for each other, I would say. It was more different last year. We was all like a family. Even the supervisor that I worked there, she said she has agreed with me because we were like a family last year. This year, I didn't really know everybody at my job. I only knew some people. So I only spoke to some people, and I had my little groups here and there before work drama happened, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So,
that's where my problem kicks in at.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
Let's talk about it.
Got there, it was this boy. You know, I'm not gonna give too much detail, but I'm gonna just give a shout out to Rylan because that was the first one I met at the job or whatever he's working at, and I thought his name was something else, but it wasn't. But when they put us together to work, he disappeared, and I didn't know where he went. I was like, where did he go? Wasn't we supposed to work together? He just disappeared down the boardwalk, and I was like, wow. So it was just me for today. Then when I was getting ready to go somewhere else, you know, to go clean up, when I just came back from lunch, I seen somebody else that I had encountered with last year. And I'm gonna give her a special shout out towards the end of the video. But I was surprised to see somebody else come back because everybody that I knew from last year had said, no, we're not returning this year. Either everybody had jobs already, or they got placed somewhere else, or they wasn't doing it. So only one of them came back. But another person from last year had came to visit us, which I thought somebody else would come to visit us, but they didn't because they were so busy, I would say. I'm not going to give too much detail on that either, but I guess when they see this, they can be like, were you referring to me? We'll just have to talk after this video. Anyways, so everything went well. More people started coming into the group. Me and her was like, we had our little thing because we knew each other from last year, so we was good or whatever. More people started coming in or whatever. We started talking or whatever. Everything went well. We all had our little groups. And over the time went by, we would go wherever to do our work, what we was told to do. This is where the drama happens. Now, I don't know if certain people are kind of watch this and be like, am I just doing this for a YouTube storyline or YouTube for hits and likes? No, I'm putting this because why not want to talk about it? If we talked about it with each other every time, then I could talk about it in this video. And it's going to be discussed in this video. The work drama was. So let's get into the work drama. Work drama, what happened was, we get told our assignment to do in the morning. We get there, our supervisor tells us what to do. We have to get into teams and then walk wherever. Now, we work on a boardwalk or whatever, so we either have to walk down to the hundreds or towards the 40s that way. So she told us to walk down towards the 50s. We walked down towards the 50s. That's what we did. Before somebody had came back there sick. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody that was in my group came back from being sick. And we were trying to make sure she was all right or whatever. And so we're walking, we took our little break, and then we got up. We started walking to go, proceeding to finish our job or whatever. We told to clean the park, so that's what we was going to do. We cleaned up the park, we picked up trash in it, we sat down, we made sure the person in my group was all right because she had just came back from being sick or whatever. We wanted to make sure she was all right, so we sat down and took a break. We're sitting there. The supervisors roll up on us and be like, you know, since you're gonna sit down, maybe you should just go out and go home and sign that. And we're like, what? So I was confused on why that, you know, why they had pulled up on us. So we're all walking, and then it's two of us. So it's all the groups had split up with each other. So the other group had went down to stay picking up stuff, and I went with the group back to the office. They told us to come there. Not that I think they were kind of really let us sign out to go home, but I knew it was going to be something. She basically we had an intervention. So what I will say is that when we did go down there, you know, people was making a big thing out of, why didn't the other group come back? Why didn't this happen? Why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? And I'm basically trying to tell them it's not that serious. Can we please just move past this? I don't want to discuss this or whatever. We went in the office. We had our intervention. We came out. We was walking back towards the other group. I called somebody in the other group. They didn't answer. But what they were trying to do is they were trying to push it into like this big thing or whatever. One of the other girls in our group, I didn't even know her like that. So she was, trying to become my best friend. I'm like, I don't even know you like that. I don't know a lot of y'all like that. I'm gonna be cool with one person in this group, and the other people I'm cool with, but they're not here. They're all the way in the hundreds. So that I didn't know where it came from. So we got down there to the other group. I told them I was disappointed I didn't get a phone call back and I didn't get a text back, but I wasn't mad at it. They were trying to push it as you shouldn't be friends with them. You shouldn't hang out with them, and you shouldn't still hang out with them since they didn't come back to the office with us when it was time to go do our intervention. I'm like, well, how is he supposed to know we was gonna do an intervention? We went back to the office to think we was going to sign out and go home, but that's not what happened. We ended up staying at work that day and still getting paid, which I wanted to do anyway. I didn't want to lose no hours. I didn't want to lose no pay. I needed all my money. So everybody was like making this big thing or whatever. One person tried to jump the other person. One person tried to say something to the other person. And I'm like, don't keep egging nothing on that you don't want to happen. One person told me if I was to talk to the other group, she would stop messing with me. But that's not what she said though. She said the other thing, of course. She would stop with me if I talk to them. So I was like, I'm gonna hang out with both groups regardless. Nobody in this group is going to tell me who I can and who to not be with when we're at work. So that day was just a lot. The next day came, everything was fine. It was just certain people that are still trying to egg things on. I'm like, we're not about to do this or whatever. We're not. So everything was cool for those couple weeks after that. Fast forward, that later that week, something else happened with the girl in the office. We're in there signing our timesheets. It's a Friday. We're about to go home. We got paid. We're signing our timesheet so we can get paid again next week. Somebody else. No, let me take that back. We're all in the office signing our timesheet so we can go home. It's Friday, mind you. We all want to go home. It was about to rain that day. We're on there doing what we gotta do. And it was this girl, and it was these two girls sitting there. And then one of them had to pass, my friend had to pass my other friend her timesheet so that she could sign it or whatever to get back to our supervisor. She did that, and when she went to go pass it over her head, one of the girls made a big thing like, oh, why did you pass it over my head for? I'm like, I had to tell her in the office, you need to stop. It's not that serious. Let it go. And then when I'm sitting there signing my timesheet so I can go, she says to me, JP, why are you moving so slow? Hurry up. I'm like, why are you rushing me to sign my timesheet? When you sign these timesheets, you cannot make a mistake. There is no going over it. You got to be careful how you sign your first name, last name, date, whatever. I don't want to mess up on no timesheets. So I'm taking my time writing my first name, last name, the date, my initials, everything you gotta fill out on these timesheets so that you can get your money. And you want me to mess up on my timesheet so I don't get my money? I'm not messing up on nothing for you. If you don't want to be there, you can go and don't get your check. I need my check. I needed it. So after that was over, it was no more drama after that. Fast forward the weeks after that again. Something else happened. Now, where we were sitting at, when we was at work, we sat places to take breaks. So you sat at this Blue restaurant. I'm gonna call it the Blue restaurant. We sat at the Blue restaurant, and it was like the color of this room, somewhat, and the color of the shirt I'm wearing. And I remember I was sitting there with my other group. My friend at the time, she got up and left because she was mad about something that day. She mad because her bagel fell that day. That morning we went to the store. I didn't know she had got up and left. I mean, I knew she got up and left, but I didn't know she walked far. Where she walked far to is so far away in the hot sun, you didn't want to walk there. So she texted me and was like, I'm down here if you want to come. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to come down there. But time went by and I didn't want to walk, so I didn't go. And then I ended up going to the library with the group I was with, my other friends or whatever. And I had to use the bathroom anyway, so I really didn't want to walk that far. And then I know we got to walk all the way back, go to where we got to go. We got to go sign up for lunch. We went to the library. I was able to use the bathroom with my other friends or whatever. I texted my other friend, are you still going to the restaurant you're going to for lunch? I will come meet you. This is on a Friday. So we went there. We seen her. We spoke a little bit. She didn't really say much to me. The whole day, she didn't really say much to me. Next week, Monday, we got there at work. She didn't text me to see if I was on my way like she normally does. She didn't do any of that. That's how I knew that something was wrong. She didn't want to talk to me no more. Only because I didn't want to walk down far. And mind you, we work on a certain distance. When it's high, you don't feel like walking that far. So I didn't do anything wrong. People kept asking, what did you do? I did nothing. She was mad because I didn't want to walk that far all the way to down there. We got to walk back. Like, that's too much to be doing. It's hot out here. And I had to use the bathroom. I didn't like using the bathrooms at work. It was dirty. It was nasty. It was sand in there. So usually what I'll do sometimes, I'll hold it till I get back to the office. Or if I went to a restaurant, I would use it there. But I didn't do that. So she didn't. I asked her, were we good? She said we were good. Next thing you know, when I get home, she unfriends me on Facebook. She's still on my Snapchat. And I was just like, wow, you really stopped talking to me because I didn't want to walk down there to where y'all was sitting at. I'm just like, it wasn't even that serious.
The lowest is what? 0.
And people kept asking, well, what is the full story? This is the full story. Now I'm telling you what happened. Nobody knew the full story. I blocked her on Snapchat. I blocked her number. We seen her at work. She continued to laugh at us. I don't know why. But she did, though. It was stupid, and I didn't know why, but she did. So I was like, whatever. I'm not going to force somebody to be my friend, so...
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
He was just chilling. So that was my little work experience, little work drama at this year at SYEP. Now I will say, the people this year wasn't as tight as people last year. Last year we were like a family. This year, not so much, I would say. I mean, we're cool, we're good with each other, but not as like a family type much. Everybody's pretty much doing their own thing at this point. So, I don't know, but the biggest question I kept getting was, am I going to return next year? I might return. We'll see about that. If I'm not already working another job, or you know, if I'm not already working a regular job or whatever, and I'm not doing anything, then I'll return next year. And then I don't know. I'll have high hopes that I will return, but if I don't, then I don't know. So that was my little workplace drama this year. This summer was just weird anyway. I don't know what's up with this summer. This summer was just trash this year. Boring. Nothing really exciting happened. So I want to give a shout out to the people I am still cool with from my job. I want to give a shout out to Michael, Rosemary, Moon, Rylan, and Joseph, if he's watching. I don't know if he is, but if he's watching, shout out to him. Shout out to all y'all I just named. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. And please like, please comment, please subscribe, please thumb this up, please share so this video can at least blow up. So I'm sorry for my energy. I seem a little tired. That's why I keep looking into the camera, because I don't know if this eye or is going that way. So, you know, I gotta keep looking. Let me see. All right. You know, I gotta make sure because I'm tired somewhat. I don't know, but I'm gonna make sure I'm not even going crazy. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you again. I will see you guys again soon on JP's Vibe. Peace.